Hello and welcome to Alien Bird Astrology. It's me, Onami, and today we're going to be talking about how to pull up a chart, a natal chart, and how to use Astrotheme. Astrotheme is one of the websites that I use to read birth charts, and there are so many out there. But I just wanted to post a little tutorial on how to pull up your birth chart and how to potentially start using Astrotheme. This is a huge website. This is a French website, and it has a giant catalog of birth charts. What's great about Astrotheme is that you can make an account and you can store about 200 charts on there for your own use, right? You can save favorites, you can look at celebrity charts, you can filter charts by aspect, by position. It gets real deep, it gets real detailed, right? Astro theme, and that's why I love it. But I'm just gonna keep it real simple. And if you are new to astrology, or if you're trying to just find a reputable place to pull up a birth chart, I'm gonna take you through Astro theme. All right. Now, as you can see here, this is the Astro theme website. Sometimes it does that. Ads pop up, but that's because this is a free site, and it is quite useful. So anyway, we can see up here, this is the website, astrotheme.com, and this is really what this site looks like, right? I mean, there is so much to do here. So much. Like, I can't even, there's so many charts on this. And like articles, lots of reports, right? We can see up here, we can see astrology basics, we can see articles, celebrities, online store. You can order a report, right? Astrology calculations, right? Your daily horoscope, birth chart, and ascendant transit. Okay, this, I mean, I've been using this site for 15 years, okay, and I still haven't gotten through the entire site. Okay, that's how detailed, right? So if you like research, this is a great tool to use. But I'm going to show you guys how to pull up your birth chart. Now, when you get to Astrotheme, there are multiple ways, multiple places you can go to get the same thing, right? So let's go to the most obvious one, which is, we see here, personalized horoscope. So we're going to click on personalized horoscope. All right, and this is what the page really looks like once you get into your personalized horoscope section. Okay, we see, you can make your account. And what I really love, I mean, this is what I use a lot of, is the the ephemeris. Okay, I use the ephemeris a lot, so we can see the planetary movements right over here. This is so convenient, so great. You get a circle chart as well. Super cool to visualize. But this is really what it looks like, right? And then on the right side, we see all the stuff that you could choose, right? Forecasts, all that fun stuff. And I mean, this page goes on and on and on. I mean, astrology calculations. We're already at personalized horoscope. There's your daily, there's birth, chart and ascendant. That's another way to get to this page that we're on, is birth chart and ascendant. Let's click on that, right? So the page looks kind of different, but not that much different, right? Free birth chart with ascendant and big three. Okay, it's the same thing as a personalized horoscope, right? So these are so many ways to get the same thing, all right? So let's say, okay, we want to put in a random chart, right? So now it says inject a stored profile. You can do that once you create an account. So if you create an account, you put your chart in, right? You're able to inject, like, just bring it up, right? It'll be saved, and then you can just bring it up. If you're trying to do synastry or anything like that, compare and contrast charts, you can bring it in, right? So let's make a random chart. Let's do the chart for Wednesday. Now, I don't know when, because I was just watching the show Wednesday. All right, some people are saying Wednesday is born in October the 13th or January the 13th. Now, I am going to go, let's try January the 13th. All right, so this will make her probably a Capricorn or an Aquarius. So let's make a chart for January 13th. Let's put 2006 for the new Wednesday, okay? Birth time, we'll do 3 a.m. Okay, because she's a psychic. And where like where? New Jersey. Okay, let's see. Let's do New Jersey. Okay, so we just put in the information. We clicked on next. This is the page that will come up. Okay, and if you want to change anything here, you can click back, right? And it'll take you back, right? And you'll see all the information still populated, okay? But we'll click, if we go to advanced options, we can play around with the chart, right? Like what the chart will look like. If you wanted to do equal houses system, whatever. That's for later on. I'd like to keep it as is, even though I do equal house systems. I can still do it with Placidius. Okay, anyway. We click next. Okay, well, this is real basic, guys. Real basic. And now, next again. Okay, and boom. Okay, so the great thing about Astrotheme is that, and I'll show you the best thing about it, but you can literally see right now, boom, solar sign, which is your sun sign. So she's a Capricorn, right? If birthday is January 13th, right? And there's a whole thing about the sun, right? There's a whole thing about the sun. There's a whole thing about a whole article about like the sun in Capricorn, okay? Moon sign Cancer. Wednesday is born on a full moon, and I love that, because that, I love it. She's so intense, and people born under a full moon are intense because the full moon is intense. All right, so moon sign Cancer, sun sign Capricorn. Yes, this can make for a prickly individual, but sensitive at heart, and we see that in the Wednesday show. We see her with Enid, okay? And Scorpio ascendant. Yo, I love this chart. No, that so I picked 3 a.m. because that's witching hour. Okay, that's witching hour. And the timing is what creates the ascendant. So we can see, like, there's a whole article here about the moon sign. There's a whole article here about the ascendant in Scorpio. I'm getting way too excited about an imaginary character, guys, but okay. So what's really cool is that look, oh my gosh. Okay, ascendant, right? Scorpio ascendant. Your aggressive attitude may equate with sly inquisition as often you remain silent, introverted, and secretive, mulling over turbulent thoughts in the depths of your mind, leaving others puzzled by your quite strange. This is too funny. I'm not saying that I got her birth time right for this imaginary character, but and this is not me even doing the reading myself. This is Astrotheme doing it. Okay, let's move on. Just with this alone, just coming on this site, putting your info in, you can get a really great start. This is why I love Astrotheme. Okay, let's go down. They talk more about the ascendant. What's cool? Examples of charts having the same big three. Literally the same. Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Cancer, Sun in Scorpio. Right? Look, all these people right? And you might not know them, but it's really good for research. Okay, isn't that crazy? I love that. Examples of charts having the same aspects. That's when we start to get deeper. This is great. Okay. Mercury trine Mars. That's important. Mars opposite Jupiter. You know, their way or the highway. Their belief system is the only one, right? And look, Mahatma Gandhi, right? He believed in something, and that's what he was known for, right? Um, and y'all saw me make this, like, create this chart, okay? Um, uh, okay, Notorious B.I.G., Colin Firth, all these people have this within them, that their belief system is very strong, okay? Um, so these are all aspects, right? That the chart that I just created has this in common with other charts. That's cool. Now the onto the coolest thing about Astrotheme. Okay, we scroll down. This is the chart for Wednesday Addams. Okay, if we were to say Wednesday Addams was born on the 13th of January 2006 at 3 a.m. in New Jersey, this is what Wednesday Addams chart would look like. Okay, and what is so cool about Astrotheme, and we'll talk about this down at the bottom, the parameters. You see my mouse going all over? Boom. We click on Pluto. We click on anything. There's an entire article to read. Do you see why in 15 years I still haven't gotten to every nook and cranny in this site? Let's look at the ascendant. Ascendant in Scorpio. They tell you ascendant at 23 degrees. Okay, they tell you about what ascendant is. They tell you about the ascendant being in Scorpio. Again, an interpretation of the oh my gosh, I forget what they call it. Oh my gosh, every degree in the chart has a symbolism attached to it, right? Oh, I forget what you call it, but it's there. Lots of information. Okay, we're gonna reduce that. And what's cool is that it also gives you the aspects, right? So I just clicked on Jupiter. Mars opposite Jupiter, we talked about that. Mars square Neptune, Moon trine Jupiter, again, instilling that belief system. Emotionally attached to one's wisdom and belief. Jupiter square Saturn. Okay, and again, this is this is the chart of an imaginary character. It's so interesting. I mean, look, with this chart, we see that Wednesday Addams has stellium in Capricorn. Now, now Capricorn, they can be very prickly. Okay, we got Venus retrograde. Okay, Venus retrograde. Sometimes, depending on where it is, they'll push people away, or they think that they have to work for love, that inherently they're not. You know, they have to earn it, right? There's some issue with the self-worth, right? Or there's some issue with the receiving and self-worth, right? The sun is right next to Venus. We got Mercury in Capricorn. Mercury and Capricorns, they're very, what's the word? Real dry. Okay, they can be a little sarcastic and dry. We see that with Wednesday, right? It's real sarcastic, real dry, right? But very much thinking long term, and that is of course in the third house. If you're doing whole sign system like me, we see that Wednesday is born on, the day of a full moon, right? So the moon is now coming into, it's still at 10 degrees. It's coming into a full moon. We haven't gotten to a full moon yet. It's still waxing. Okay, it's building. Okay. So we see that You know, um, Wednesday has stellium in the third house. Um, the third house has to do with communication. It has to do with um, writing, and Mercury has to do with writing. And where do we see Mercury? This is so insane. What the? Isn't she writing a freaking novel? Her mother wrote books, and she's a writer too. What in the hell? And we talk about Capricorn being long term. Her novel is like freaking massive, long term, long, and she don't want to budge on it. Real dry, real sarcastic. This is hilarious. What in the actual hell? Oh my god. This is an imaginary, but it's crazy how this is lining up. Okay, Saturn and Leo. They don't like attention. Okay, Saturn and Leo, Saturn shrinks everything that touches Leo as a sign of entertainment, the sign of the spotlight, being in the spotlight, getting attention. Saturn shrinks that shit. So people with Saturn and Leo, they tend to kind of want to stay in the background, or they don't want too much light on them, right? Because Saturn is a heavy planet, right? I'm sorry, I was gonna teach y'all how to use Astrotheme, and I just dived right into Wednesday Addams chart. This shit is crazy. Anyway, moving on. So we see that we can do all this when we hover over a planet. It'll show the aspects. We can click on it. We can see the aspects. We can read about the moon, the temperament, characterology, moon in Cancer, moon in the house. Okay, whatever house the planet is in, we can see what that means, right? If you have a dominant moon, like what that means, right? Like this is, listen, I've been using this site for 15 years. I have learned so much just by playing around on this site. And you can too. Okay. Do I recommend going to an astrologer if you want to get a reading? Yeah. But if this is something you're interested in and you want to do your own research, this is a great place to start. All right. We're gonna come down here to the display parameters. Now, these parameters you can make, you can edit. You can really, like, let's say I wanted to display all the aspects between the ascendant and the MC, any aspects being made to them. If I want Lilith and North Node aspects, those are important, right? Um, if I wanted to display asteroids, if I wanted to display hypothetical planets, aspects and planets' position. Like, okay, let's say we highlight all of them, right? Let's say we highlight all of them. You definitely don't want to do that, okay? It's going to get very confusing, and I'll show you. Okay, again, we can go sidereal, we can go equal houses, Koch system, true North Node versus mean North Node. I mean, like, the possibilities are endless. And then we click, we'll say we make all the the changes that we want. We go redraw. Hopefully it'll redraw. Boom. Now tell me how in the hell you're supposed to read the chart looking like this. But these are, see these in green here, these are all hypothetical planets, right? And then we have where's our North Node? North Node in Aries. Okay, I think she's doing well with her North Node. We see the aspects. The aspects being made to the North Node, very important. Aspects being made to the Ascendant, very important. Mars opposite the Ascendant, always angry with other people, right? Hey, Mars and Taurus, that's so interesting. Um, Moon strong in Cancer, yeah. Anyway, you see the change, you see the difference, right? Then we have positions of the planets, right? We have a whole table here, right? Planets in the houses, which houses they're in, position of the houses. This is if you're using Placidius instead of equal house system. I use equal house system, but Placidius has its merit for sure. And then the list of aspects. Okay, so not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Um, and then we're back. Okay, so this is how you create a chart in Astrotheme. So we're gonna I'm gonna take you through it again real quick. Okay, and remember, all on the left here is lots and lots of options to choose from. So let's go to birth chart and ascendant. Okay, we click on birth chart and ascendant. Wednesday's time, whatever is in there. Okay, we go next. Okay, we review the information. Okay, we go next. And then boom, here is your birth chart. Okay, you get your birth chart. Tells you the day, the time, the year, the location, the latitude, longitude. Okay, your name's up here. All right, and you'll see the circle chart. And then on top of that, when you click on aspects and planets positions, if you click on that and you click redraw, you populate a table, comes up with the numbers, all the degrees and the sign and the planet and the houses and all that fun stuff. So this is how you use Astrotheme to pull up a chart. Mind you, we got, if you look on the left, we got all of this: synastry, friendship affinity, professional affinity, affinity between celebrities. We got transits and ephemerides. Your solar uh, what is it? Oh my god, I forget the name. They call it solar evolution, but it's your solar return, or your solar return, right? Um, Secondary directions, solar arcs. Those are, we're getting very deep now, very deep, right? Articles, like crazy articles. This is a crazy site, y'all, and I mean, we can get into celebrities and all that. Okay, so this was a quick tutorial on how to use Astrotheme. Okay, and to bring up your chart. So try it out.